Mammon, the demon of greed. There are demons that attack the body. There are demons that destroy the mind. And then there is one demon who doesn't need to hurt you at all. He simply gives you what you want: more money, more power, more fame, more luxury. His name is Mammon, the demon traditionally associated with greed and wealth. But the terrifying part of his legend is simple. Mammon doesn't take everything from you at once. He makes you willingly give it away. The man who wanted more. There was once a wealthy merchant named Arjun who lived in a magnificent mansion. He had servants, expensive horses, enormous warehouses filled with gold, and enough money to feed an entire village. Yet every night, Arjun counted his coins. And every night he whispered, "It's still not enough." One stormy evening, while sitting alone inside his treasure room, he heard a voice. "How much more do you want?" Arjun turned around. A tall stranger stood near the doorway. He wore a black coat decorated with golden symbols. His eyes were strangely calm, and a faint smile rested on his face. "Who are you?" Arjun asked. The stranger stepped forward. "Someone who can give you everything." He placed a single golden coin on the table. "Take it." Arjun hesitated. Then he picked it up. The moment his fingers touched the coin, he heard thousands of coins falling somewhere in the darkness. The stranger disappeared. The next morning, Arjun discovered that his business had made an enormous profit. Then another. Then another. Within months, his wealth had multiplied, but so had his hunger. The voice of more. Whenever Arjun gained something, a strange whisper followed. More. At first, it was barely audible. Then it became louder. More money, more land, more influence, more power. Arjun stopped spending time with his family. He stopped sleeping. He stopped celebrating his victories. Nothing made him happy for long, because the moment he achieved one goal, the whisper returned. More. One night, Arjun returned to his vault. The stranger was waiting. Arjun finally understood. "You are Mammon." The demon smiled. "You knew my name long ago." The price Mammon opened an enormous golden door. Behind it was a terrifying sight. Thousands of people stood surrounded by mountains of treasure. Kings, merchants, powerful men, all holding gold, all whispering the same word. More. Arjun stepped backward. "What happens to them?" Mammon smiled. "They received exactly what they asked for." Then Arjun looked at his own hands. His gold no longer looked beautiful. It looked like chains. He suddenly remembered his family, his old friends, the simple life he once had. He had gained everything he wanted, and lost everything he needed. The golden doors began closing. Mammon whispered, "Greed doesn't need to steal your soul. It only needs to convince you that you have never got enough." The doors slammed shut, and the vault became silent. The warning. The legend of Mammon is more than a story about a demon. It is a warning about greed. Wealth itself isn't the monster. The danger begins when wealth becomes your master, because greed never says, "You have enough." It always whispers, "Just one more coin, one more achievement, one more possession, one more victory," until one day you look around and realize you sacrificed everything for something that could never satisfy you. And somewhere in the darkness, Mammon is still smiling, because his greatest treasure isn't gold. It's the hunger for more.